girl. Thank you for watching my video. I'm super excited. It's my first video or whatever. But anyway, we get into these seasonings for this 30-minute cheat meal. Honestly, it should take you less than 30 minutes, but if you want to take your time, So I just showed you all the seasonings that we use to pretty much marinate the shrimp, but the marinade only takes about 5 minutes. A shrimp, it gets soaked in pretty quick. I'm going to list the specific ingredients I use for the shrimp alone because we ain't putting everything in there that I just showed you. But the lemon juice we did use to clean the shrimp prior. So I am lining this pan with foil paper because it makes it easy for cleanup. As you can see, well, first of all, don't cover my my foil pan. This was my boyfriend's prior to me moving in, and he was on that man hamburger diet before he met moi. So it looks a little crazy, but it is clean, so mind your business. Anyway, I am just lining the pan so we could get the shrimp on here to go in the oven. And this bag of shrimp, I don't know, I think it's like 30 pieces of shrimp, but I did get this bag from BJ's. It's jumbo shrimp, and this is probably the best shrimp that I've bought from several places. I tried different stores, and I honestly don't be liking the quality of the shrimp, but for right now, Jinx, knock on wood, BJ's jumbo shrimp held it down. Yeah, so honestly, after you season your shrimp and you line it, we are going to be broiling it because, shrimp does cook rather quickly, and we don't want to overcook our shrimp because then it'll be like spongy, like rubber. So as you can see here, this is one bag from BJ's that filled up the pan, and I'm only cooking for 2, so this is more than enough. So we've already boiled our shrimp, and I want to say I had it in there for maybe 4 minutes on high broil setting. So I took it out right before it looked like it's going to be done. Right now I am stirring my simple sauce, which is just equal parts honey and ketchup. I did put a little garlic powder in there. I put a little Italian seasoning in there because we want the shrimp to look like it's been on a grill or something, look something appealing for the eyes, because I like to make everything simple. I'm not a professional chef by any means. But just make it simple, make it fun, make it easy, but my key is it still gotta taste good. But also I'm very conscientious about health, us as Black women, but just in general, as we get older, we need to be cautious of these things that are hereditary, and just start really paying attention because it'll creep up on you. And then it's like, I could have made the choices earlier, but I ignored it. So right now I'm just glazing the shrimp, and we're going to put it back in the oven. And yes, I get every last drop. We're going to put it back in the oven on the high broil for maybe another minute and a half. But of course, you got to watch it. And this is how it should look after they have been fully glazed. And voila, I've taken them back out. Like I said, maybe a minute and 30 minutes more, 2 minutes max, and they are done. As you can see, these look like they came off the barbecue. So we rested aside, and now we're going to get ready to prep our veggies. And I just realized I didn't even tell y'all what I'm making. But I made like a really simple pasta salad, whatever you want to call it, with some veggies and some shrimp, So right now, I'm just going to prepare some very little cut up onions on my chopping boards. And I was just showing y'all my little chopping boards. Or cutting board, whatever you want to call it. I'm like a fake germaphobe. So I'm like, I don't know, for some reason, I don't really do the wood chopping boards, but All right, so I found these little cute ones on Amazon. I just feel better about this material because I know I could scrub it, clean it, wash it off, and just throw it away when I'm done. I have a few of them that I like have pictures on them. So the green one, I think this has a tomato. I normally used to cut up my vegetables. It don't matter. You could use whichever one you want. But as you can see, I gets busy with this one with all the scratch marks. So now that I cut up my onions, we just gonna pour a little grapeseed oil. I don't use cooking oil, canola oil, corn oil. Those are super high in hydrogenated fats or whatever them things called, but I just know they really not good for us, what we're accustomed to. So I try to use grapeseed oil, extra virgin olive oil. I'm gonna try avocado oil next, but when this is finished. So here's my onions. We just thrown it in a pan real quick. Normally you just cook your onions until they're like translucent or a little see-through. And then I'm also going to add some minced garlic to this pan. Where are you? Okay, there you go. And I know, do not come for me, you minced garlic terrorists, about I don't use minced garlic. I only use fresh garlic. I understand. Okay, my family's Caribbean. They'll probably kill me once they see this too. Like, I get it. Fresh garlic is always, fresh everything is always the way to go. But I don't be having time, okay? And once the flavor's still there, I'm good. At some point in my life, yes, I will make that transition to fresh garlic. But right now, I don't got the time. I got other things to do. All right? So mind your business. Anyway, we also going to be boiling some pasta in this pot. And yes, like I told you, I don't be having time, all right? I try to be in and out the kitchen, but not sacrifice flavor. So I boil my water ahead. Now, obviously, all things, you can't boil your water ahead like rice. It needs to gradually cook while the water is boiling. But pasta, I'm going to boil that on an electric kettle and keeps it moving. But the key is you want to make sure that your stove is already at a very high temp, so it doesn't gradually decrease in temperature once you take it out of the electric kettle to the pot. Now, as y'all can see, I add some all-purpose seasoning because I try my very best not to cook with salt. I honestly don't think it's necessary. If you cook with the right seasonings, then salt is unnecessary. I know, again, we've been taught to make our water that whenever we cook pasta, pretty much it should taste like seawater. I'm good off that. I'm not, I'm just not. I'm not. I'm going to sprinkle a little all-purpose. I'm going to maybe sprinkle a little Badia. What's that seasoning? It's going to come up in a second. But that's what I'm going to use. I don't feel the need to do that. Like, I'm good. My food still tastes pretty good after. I'm not doing it. There we go. The complete seasoning. And I'm also going to put some of that in this pan that I'm going to pour my steamed veggies in, just to flavor my veggies. Don't need no salt. And yeah, so we're going to do that. After I do put some pepper in here. And once I put the veggies in, you're going to see that it's pretty much unnecessary to add, really anything else. So I'm also going to go in with some more dried onion seasoning. I think I'm going to add some garlic as well. But again, keep it simple. Like, just keep it simple. Yes, you want to make sure you get them flavors in there. But so yes, I did add garlic. But I just pretty much want to show y'all that you don't need to add salt to everything. Salt is another thing that really highly affects the Black community. And a lot of it is really not our fault because most of the times, not all of us, but, we grew up in underprivileged neighborhoods where the only things that they really showed us were things that were not good for us. We didn't have, the Whole Foods in the hood. Now, Whole Foods is on 125th. Yes, I'm from the city, no longer there. But it wasn't until I was older that really health was becoming something that they preached us. To us, it was convenience. And a lot of our parents couldn't afford making healthy decisions either, you know. I was blessed, whereas again, I'm Caribbean, big Saint Kitts. So my grandmother only grew up on cooking with natural seasonings, herbs, stuff like that. But just as far as everything else, like, we didn't have them resources. All we had was fast food or chips. That was the stuff we could afford to, like, pretty much hold us over when we was kids. And we was kids, so ain't nobody was thinking about that. But I really wish that, you know, we did implement other stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do now that I'm older, because child, this pandemic weight seems to not be going nowhere. But anyway, so now, as you can see, I've cooked my onions for a bit. So I'm going to add in the steamed veggies. As you can already see, I already put in my pasta, and that pasta I love because I did get it from Aldi's. It is pretty much made out of brown rice and quinoa, so super great substitution for regular pasta. And we just gonna give this steamed veggies a quick stir, leave it there a little while, and saw a bad looking carrot, so I took it out, and of course I dropped it, but it's okay. That's why we clean up after ourselves. Then you can see I got my shrimp on the side cooling down. I haven't covered it yet because the glaze is still pretty sticky, so I don't want, you know, all of it to come off before I cover it. So we just stirring up these steamed veggies. The key, honestly, is just to put some flavor in it. And honestly, you know, it was frozen, but it is already cooked, so it's not going to take that long. You could also put it in the microwave. I'm just not a fan of putting steamed veggies in the microwave because I feel like it just has this, like, taste of, like, cardboard. I know, like, people be like, what do you mean it tastes like cardboard? Do you eat cardboard? No, but, like, I compare the smell of something to the taste of it. So I try and get all of that out on the stove in advance. So we just gonna cook these veggies down real quick. And also be sure to check this type of pasta quite frequently, because it does cook much quicker and it can get mushy real quick, and we don't want that. So we just, you know, stir as you go. So, all right, so my shrimp clearly cooled down. The glaze kind of settled, so I put, you know, just a piece of foil over it for the time being. So Mr. Fly and Mr. Gnat, if they in there, come on, their business. So we just, you know, mixing flavors. You know, as you can see, before I put these veggies in, I did put some pepper, garlic, onion powder, and the Badia complete seasoning. So what I'm doing is just stirring it all around just to distribute the flavor everywhere. So when we do take this off the stove, your veggies could be, you know, seasoned. All right, so boom, veggies is seasoned. Didn't take that long. So now we're going to be prepping our pasta salad. And this is enough for two. This is just for me and my boyfriend, you know, my man, Carisha voice. And we're just going to add some olive oil, mayo. I want to try plant-based. I ain't get there yet. I ain't perfect. I'm just trying to make healthier decisions. And again, this is a cheat meal for under 30 minutes. So I know most people who is trying to eat cleaner on a diet, they'd be like, why would you eat mayo? Because this is a cheat meal. And as you can see, I added very little mayo. So I didn't, you know, go crazy. It's just to coat it, make sure it's not dry. And now to my pasta, I'm just adding black pepper, some more dry onion seasoning. I'm probably going to go in with some garlic. Why? Because we like flavor, but we do not need salt. I think salt was just that quick fix. Like, you add salt to something, boom, some paprika as well. You add salt to something and it make you feel like, yeah, my food tastes bomb. But really, the test is, can your food taste bomb without salt? Yes, it can. How? Real simply, use seasonings, natural seasonings. That's it. Or all purpose or complete. All right, boom. So after adding this stuff to my pasta, I'm gonna go in with the steamed veggies that I did cook down on the stove, and we just gonna mix it all together. That's pretty much it. I know a lot of times when people make pasta salad, they or macaroni salad, they typically attribute it to like tuna and stuff like that, but we're not doing all of that this time, okay? We just wanted some veggies, some pasta, something like just to get like that flavor profile. I don't know, in my mind, I think I was thinking about being at a barbecue. So I made this real quick because I don't know, I like the contrasting like cold flavor with like something savory, warm. That's always been me. I don't know. But anyway, so we mixing it up. And again, this is something, you know, for me and my man. We are trying to make healthier decisions. Like, we realize we're getting older. We ain't that old, child. Like, we're just in our 30s. I just turned 30. 30 gang. And you know, we just trying to get it together, okay? So this is something that I would pretty much say that is a quick, light meal that won't make you feel like you fell way off track, but, you know, just mix it up a little bit. No pun intended. But, yeah, after we get this together, as you see, it comes together really quickly. Like, this is something simple, nothing for you to go crazy over. Like, I used to be scared of cooking. I honestly didn't start cooking until what, by myself. I always had a little helper. Maybe in like 2016-ish, I had a little helper. Or most of my life, I observed the women. I observed my grandmother. I consider her my adopted mom. I just observed. Anywhere I was, I observed, but I never did it because I was scared. I felt like I wasn't good enough for whatever reason. But when I got my first apartment, and what year was that? I don't know. Was it 2021, 2020? Something like that. I got my first apartment. Wasn't nobody to help me. So I just finally did it. A lot of that was YouTube University. But yeah, so we mix it all together. Now we sprinkle in some dried parsley. I know, what is the point of dried parsley? Fresh parsley all the way, but dried parsley, it just makes me feel good, so I'm gonna do it. And you know, I know y'all like to call dried parsley ninja sprinkles or ninja glitter. Yes, it is. I don't care. I'm gonna add it because I feel like it just adds a little pop to my food, you know. So, all right, cool. That's done. How quick was that? Nothing. Boom. Simple. And now we getting ready to plate it. And once you plate it, it should look like this. And that's it, y'all. Like, that's it. Simple. Look at that. Look at that. You wouldn't even know. Look what you just made. Look what you just made, child. Look at that. Look like you was at a barbecue, but it's healthy, you know? Don't sacrifice flavor for health. It's okay. And make it simple. Look at that. You know, who knew? Very simple ingredients. You probably already got all this stuff in your closet. So this is me and Bae. This is my plates, which I go for the smaller portions because I can't eat that much no more. Bae, obviously, men typically eat a larger portion. Bae don't care for this cute plate and stuff. He just on some, girl, give me my food. Not like that, of course, but he not into all of that aesthetic stuff. Anyway, this was pretty much it. So y'all, come on, play back the video, make it yourself. Beautiful, nothing to it. So I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching my first video. Subscribe, add a comment, share with your friend. Under 30 minutes. You don't gotta, feel like you gained 30 pounds. Later.